Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? Are we all having a fabulous start to this Wednesday morning? I'm in an Imagine Dragons kind of mood. The correct information when it comes to gender GP today. It's like, yay! Witch's hat. And then I was like, nah. Hey everyone, how's everyone on this lovely, fabulous Wednesday morning? How are we all doing? Are we all doing good? I hope everyone's doing fabulously good on this lovely Wednesday morning. I love Imagine Dragons, by the way. The guy who is the lead singer of Imagine Dragons is so hot. And most of the time he doesn't have a top on, which, you know, just adds to that anyway. But, you know. But yeah, how's everyone doing then this lovely Wednesday morning? But yes, so from what I understand, obviously, you know, definitely eye candy, witty, definitely eye candy for sure, absolutely for sure. So we have.
For the gift.
Thank you for the heart me. We have confirmation, quote unquote. Thank you for the Go Populars. We have
Thanks for the gift.
confirmation that Diva's at Maria's. Good morning, Satan Son. Although I believe it's wait, where is it? Do I have everything prepared now? Fun fact, Imagine Dragons Radioactive was made for a Spider-Man musical that was shelved. Really, Meg? Wow. Exhausted, didn't sleep, was watching last multiplayer farewell stream for chilled before retirement. Oh, wow. Damn. Where am I looking? Where am I looking?
Thanks for the gift.
There's where I'm looking. Right, so and it's
Thanks for the gift.
Oh, the real Wicked Witch. Yes, it's the real Wicked Witch. So thank you for the heart me, Cinnamon Girl. Thank you for the heart me, Mr. Raccoon. We have Mr. Raccoon in the chat.
Thanks for the gift.
He's monitoring me. No, I'm kidding. He's monitoring my whereabouts. So has that done what I wanted to do? Yes, it has.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the Go Popular, Jasmine, and thank you for the heart me too. So this is from Wicked Red Witch, it says. But I just typed it. Well, I'm obviously following her and she's following me. But it's so it comes up as the real Wicked Witch for me. But morning, Julian.
Thanks
Good
for
morning,
the gift.
Mr. McCoon. Are you spying on your beloved? He always spies on me.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the cake slice and thank you for the heart me, Julian. Good morning, Haley. Good morning. So yeah, this is the. So Elphaba put up the spying about as well as Southampton FC. Well, yeah, there is that. Thank you for the heart me, Haley. Yeah. Morning, Peekaboo. Hello. So the cat has been spotted at Maria's because Elphaba put it up. Here's a question. If he wants us to believe the cat is at Maria's, then he needs to do live video call with Maria. Here's the thing about that, Luke, right? Elphaba has recently turned around and said Maria isn't talking. Thank you for the beaches calling, and thank you for the heart me, Scottish woman.
Thanks for the gift.
And morning, Scottish woman. So thank you for the heart me, Peekaboo.
Thanks for the gift.
So here is the Elphaba has come around and said that Maria isn't talking to Elphaba right now. Those are the words that Elphaba has said. I'm only using their words against them. Elphaba has come around and said that Maria isn't talking to them. and that Elphaba needs their mother around them because of their disability, which is contradictory, but never mind. So my question
Thanks for the
is,
gift.
thank you for the heart me stressful sloth. I love that name. If Maria isn't talking to Elphaba, how
Thanks for
did
the gift.
Elphaba get the photos? Thank you for the heart me BB. How did Elphaba get the photos to begin with? That's just a question. But yes, this is the Real Wicked Witch video.
I'm really good at find the difference. So it seems Diva is alive and well. Or is that really Diva? Take a look.
So this is obviously what Elphaba posted, and Elphaba's like, this is a divine intervention. Yeah, this is a distraction. And I said it in the video that I posted that to me,
Thanks for the gift.
this is a distraction from everything that's going on right now. By the way, morning TT, thank you for the heart me. This is a distraction.
Thanks for the gift.
This is what I get from it. Thank you for the Go Popular Authentic. This is a distraction, I believe.
Pay close attention to the head. You see this little white spot right here? You see it? Yeah, y'all see that?
Yep.
And the little white spot on their right side of the leg? Okay. Took a little screenshot of the original Diva. Yep. Where's that white spot on their head, Orion?
It's a good point. It is a huge deflection, Pug Life. It is.
On the side of their face. Where is it?
Yep.
Hold on. Also, where's that white patch on her leg? Just mysteriously disappeared. Huh. Weird. But it's not AI, right? Totally not AI. Wow, you had that much time to go through the internet and find a cat that looks like Diva? What a sad life you live, Orion.
And this is a... Thank you for the Shard of Hope. This is
Thanks for
where
the gift.
Magic, it's disappeared, must have lost it on the way to Devon. It's deflection, but people are looking for any reason to not believe them because it's... Yeah, Zuda, yeah. I know. And sort of like, I can understand where Wicked Witch is coming from.
Thanks for the gift.
Okay, Mannequin Head, you wanted to join in the conversation? I've been on holiday and totally out of the loop. No, my guess is it's not Maria's house. No, I think people have turned around and said that is Maria's house. People are questioning whether that's actually Diva, and it's just not another black and white cat. You know what I mean? But my question is, why now? Why is this being posted now? And if we're going down the... Yeah. And if we're going down the road of... Because of the S-baiting, yeah. Alpha was trying to get out of the S-baiting. But also... Like... This is... a weird thing to post. Because... Elphaba posts this, right? Elphaba he keeps this in their back pocket if needed. Yes, they do, Zudo. That thing is a picture of Diva, and then said AI make it look like they're in the same spot in the pic. I mean, they could do that. Is it weird? Elphaba is just weird. So it's par for the course. I mean, it is par for the course. No, but like, they're posting it now to get out of the S-baiting and what they did over the weekend, which is but I'm like, Elphaba's turned around and said that their mum's not talking to them. So if the mum's not talking to them, you've been holding on to this picture to get out of this situation. Huh? The missing cat has more relevance than they do. I mean, yeah, it is very strategic. But I'm like, okay. Weird thing to fucking do. The timing is sus. You're trying to get out of S-baiting. What a weird thing to do to get out of S-baiting. Weird thing to do to get out of S-baiting. But I do understand where the Wicked Witch is, the real Wicked Witch, sorry, is coming from. Okay, they posted a picture of Diva, supposedly of Diva, at their mother's, but I'm like, Elphaba's been holding on to that picture specifically for now to get out of S-baiting. You don't think EOD is that clever? They just swing wildly from topic to topic and mood to mood. No, they are that clever. Well, to a degree. But there is no, why the fuck does that do that? Is that the account? Nope. Nope, that's the other account. Fuck off. They are very manipulative. They are. They know what they're doing. They know. Oh, fuck you. They know exactly what they're doing. Technology, you can shove it up your ass. They know exactly what they're doing. No, that's no problem, Kel. I believe it is Diva, and she's with Maria. No, I get that. I just think the timing is very, very sus. I think the timing of posting it is very, very sus. I do believe it, you know. I do understand. I can understand both points. You don't think that Elphaba's that switched on? No, I think they are. I think because they got called out for the S-baiting and what they pulled off at the weekend, they're trying to get out of that, as in, like, to a degree, as in, they're trying, like, this, how do I say it, like, because they're getting called out for one thing, they're trying to get out of it by doing another. So, to a degree, yes, it's strategic in one sense, so it is manipulative to a degree, because it all stems from one manipulation to another manipulation to another manipulation. But I get where you're coming from in the sense of you don't think it's planned to one degree. But I think what a lot of people are saying is it's all planned to get money. It's planned to get money. It's planned to get sympathy. That's the end goal with that. So the manipulation part that's the end goal with that. So it's to get out of one sticky situation by playing another sticky situation. So it's like, oh, and it's low key to try and be like, oh, because everyone's like turned around and said, everyone's been saying that Diva's not at Maria's, right? And Elphaba spent months and months and months and months and months not. Yeah, drama content equals profits. Yeah, it does. So, like, we can disagree. They cause so many issues for themselves. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, Gail. So, like, they kept the Diva pick as the Uno reverse to deflect hate from them. Yes, Kaylee, yeah. So, like, they've waited. So, like, that part is calculated. That's what I mean by Elphaba is calculated in that sense. Because, hey, Flo, Elphaba's just released the Diva picks. So, like, to a degree, Elphaba's clever in that sense. In the sense of Elphaba, months and months and months ago, could have just released those pictures ages ago. Could have done a video, could have squashed this months and months and months ago, but hasn't. They've decided when the heat is on them, and now all of a sudden decides to release it for a specific reason, because in one sense people have been saying Elphaba is a liar and Elphaba is an animal abuser, which has been proven in the past. You think he panicked? Yeah, I do think he panicked. So like Elphaba's been accused of that in the past, and everything in Elphaba's past is coming forward, like the sexting of minors and all that stuff is coming out again. So now Elphaba was like, oh look, here's a kernel of truth. Here's a kernel of truth. Bang. Here it is. But I'm like, you've waited on that though, which is very, very calculating. But that doesn't discredit everything. That doesn't discredit everything else that everything else has been saying. Instead of fixing things, sitting on it makes it worse. It does. So Apple has been sitting on and waiting on that. So like, but yeah, I can understand where Wicked's coming from. Is in like it doesn't. I can understand why people have questions. Yes, go. Yeah, they do know that they and that's where people are saying that what they're doing is very, very calculating, because they know that their every move is recorded, and that's the reason why they have a choice. What they do is a choice. Like they came on live the other day and S-baited. That is a choice to make. And they know that's going to be screen recorded. They know that's going to be put on the FYP. They know that people are going to discuss it. They know that. And they know they're going to get a negative reaction. So they know that. So then they release this. They're not stupid. They are very calculating in that sense. I think E has a few cards to play at all times. E could deal with diva hate, but not this. So usually, yeah, they've made a choice. Diva was an indoor cat, so why is... No, so Diva was only an indoor cat because Elphaba is in like flats. So that's the only reason why I think Diva was an indoor cat. Is now let the photo out to hopefully stop the negative. Yes, Willow. Which you would think this is where Elphaba's smart in, Elphaba's smart. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say smart. Elphaba's manipulative. Elphaba thinks that by releasing these photos, I think people think it's Diva. Yeah. So. Elphaba's manipulative, not necessarily smart, but manipulative. And they think this is going to shut people up, which it's not. People are still going to have critiques, and people are still going to have commentary. Morning, Miss Thing. Nottingham Pain team don't care. I'm done. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex. Someone must have multiple Diva photos to confirm it's the same cat. I mean, some people do, Gail. I mean, there is video evidence of like old video evidence of Diva out there, and I think what would put people at ease more is if, say, like Maria does a video with Diva or Maria does a picture with Diva. That would maybe put people at ease more. Is Elphaba going to do that? No.
Thanks for the gift.
Which is going to... Thank you for the heart me, Linda. Which is not going to ease people's worry, you know. People are still going to speculate no matter what. He is not smart at all, but he knows people like drama, but now he's struggling because it's not good. I mean, it's not been good for a while.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the roses, Liz. Their fur can change as a cat ages. Yeah, Gillian. Yeah. That's the reason why. Like, I wanted to play that because yes, Wicked. Yes, Wicked does have a point, and Elphaba did. And when Elphaba did say that, Elphaba mentioned AI, and Elphaba has used AI. Uses AI themselves a lot, which yes, you can make that point. But yeah, the fur changes. Of course, the fur changes. My cat's fur's changed over the years. She used to be like crystal white. She's not so much crystal white now as she's gotten older. Of course, the cat's fur changes. E could also be using the Diva card to claim Mummy is in regular contact to help with the disability. So yes, but E has also told me and said that Maria doesn't contact them. So they are conflicting stories. You can't work that out. Yes, BB, yeah. I think it's a sad point that E has to say not AI because they lied so much. Yes, because look at the autism. Look at the autism thing. That is AI, and we know that's AI. We know that's AI. Clearly. That's very clear. Oh, come on. We all know Maria merely tolerates E. And that's another factor where E's trying to push that more. I mean, yes, Willow, yeah. E's really got themselves into a bad place all on their own. Yes. And that's where I technically don't have any sympathy because E has put themselves in this situation and continues to put themselves in this situation. E has had all the support, thank you for the roses, Lindak, all the support, all the friendships, and it's just thrown it in everyone's faces and continues to do so. Yeah, all by themselves. Yeah, they have. And I know you put in music notes to that, and I'm like, there's a song to that, and it's in my head. Zero sympathy or card my end or care my end. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing here. It's sort of like there's no sympathy because they really have sort of destroyed their own reputation. There's that, but also that song. That's the song that came into my head, baby. I have no sympathy. E is dangerous. Even a serial K has good points. I mean, yes, to a degree. You're not wrong, Willow. I'll never care for a narcissist because they run on people who care. Yes, Flo, they do. Narcissists do fuel. A narcissist runs on the fuel of care that people have. Thank you for sharing, T. They go to bed with a lie, wake up with more lies. Yeah, Liz. Yeah. So where am I going here? I'm going, I want to say one of these videos. Can't wait for, nope, that's not the one. I do want to play that video about the hormones.
Yeah.
Right, so this is the one. They know exactly what to do to turn it all around. They chose not to purely for attention. Yes, Kaylee. Thank you for sharing, Linda. Thank you for sharing. So this is from Peekaboo, which I'm kind of sad that Peekaboo got their account shadow banned. That's really sad. That is not the right fucking one. That's the right fucking one. Technology does... Oh, fuck. Technology does not love me.
Yeah, I backed out for my mental health.
Right, so this is obviously them talking about DG. And... this is obviously them talking about DG, Scram with Dan. Hey, Jan. So... and obviously... I've done a video on this already, but...
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you, Jan. So... yeah, this is them giving the excuse again, but there's added bits here that is interesting. I was confused if we wanted them in Dine with DG or not. Gail, I'll be honest, for me, yeah, I can only speak for myself here. People can sign up in the chat if they want. In the beginning, no. I was like, no, how could Gigi do this, you know? But then I was like, well, more people will become aware of who Elphaba is, and then more people will be more aware of the person, like the real person who Elphaba is. You run the risk then of people being more exposed, and the more damage and the more harm. So it's a catch-22 with it, because I don't want more people to be harmed in that way. But then also, yes, because it would be a fucking shit show. Honestly, it would be a fucking shit show. We know it will be. But also, more people will become more aware, and the more people that are more aware, yes, it would be Morning Trash Panda, sort of like that. That makes sense. Misty seemed pretty outraged when they signed up. That's no, I get that, and like I was outraged as well. I'll be honest, I was outraged. I was pissed. I was pissed off because it felt like DG wasn't really taking into consideration the harm that Elphaba does, but I wanted to see this different side of they claimed they had. I mean, BB, yes, which, yeah, would have been good to watch them being called out on their lies. Yeah, it would have. Not only that, but live people in front of that can't just mute when they ask questions. Doesn't like, yeah, and that's another thing with that as well. In that, like, I think I said it in the last live, when it comes to Elphaba being in their lives, they can control the outcome of that. But in DG's lives, Elphaba can't control how anything's said, or like in the environment with Zach the Brat and Luke and those people, Elphaba cannot control that environment. So the comments would have been wild. Yes, they certainly would have. So I go between being pissed off and no, but then also yes, because yeah. Morning Starshine. That's why they wanted Mummy there. Yes, that is. Which we're gonna get into in this video. But yeah, I get tossed up between the two.
As well, not just because my mum, but my mum's also a big help to me. Not going.
He couldn't control the narrative. I'm glad. It would have been a lot for the awareness. It would have. So this. Elphaba moved from Barnstable to London because of their mother. That's what the GoFundMe what Elphaba put out, and that's the story that Elphaba led with. But now Elphaba needs the mother. Okay. Thank you for the help me, Susan. That's now the story. I mean, okay.
Because you can't take your mum. Yeah, you're right, absolutely. I'm autistic and I like having my mum around.
First of all, no you're not. Because your diagnosis is a lie. I would go more along the lines of narcissistic personality disorder. Or FASD, which you've weaponized against everyone, but that's by the by. And you like your mum, you like having your mum around. No, you like having a caregiver around. There's a difference there. There is a difference. But okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
Does he remember slandering their mum on here, but DV, and that's why they can't live together? Yeah, Witter, yeah, I know. They have literally said that. They've literally said that. My autistic daughter moved out at 17 and I barely see her. Her life is full and she really needs me. Oh, that's awesome, Susan. That's amazing. No, he likes her as a mouthpiece backup. Yes, and I think that's where this comes in. Elphaba needs Maria there because Maria calls everyone snakes and this, that, and the other. Elphaba needs backup. The problem, or the DB claims, and yet, I know, Mike. The problem is all the heat is on Elphaba right now, and Elphaba needs Maria as backup. The issue is Maria won't back them up. Hey, Queen Shona. Maria won't back Elphaba up. Maria shuts Elphaba down with a lot of other stuff. And also, what Elphaba needs, let's be real here. Thank you for the help me, Kath. What Elphaba needs is Maria to scream at Elphaba so Elphaba can do what Elphaba tried to do last time Maria was there. So Elphaba has video evidence to send to these places to try and get the ADHD diagnosis. That's what this is all about. Thank you for the rose, Susan, and thank you for the you're awesome. Maria does a lot of coaching with E. Remember, she reaps their rewards money. Yeah, too. Yes, they do. Yeah. Georgia, hello. Our community just turned up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that just puts up as a comment. What's about to happen is very, very interesting because Elphaba doesn't like the response that's about to be said. They're not daft. He's premeditated in what they do. They are premeditated in what they do. To a degree. They're very manipulative. I don't think they're smart, but they are. There's different levels of smarts. Elphaba's just very manipulative in that way.
There's way too new to things about your mum holding your hand. I'm disabled. I'm legally disabled.
Right. Legally disabled. Okay. I'm doing well, Georgia. I hope you are too. Right. Legally disabled.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the Go Populist, Kath. Right.
Disabled, so having my mum there helps me. There's some things I can't do without her.
Right. Okay, legally disabled, right. And needs their mum there, right. Elphaba, you have managed on your own. For how long? You moved, I know Elphaba's not watching, but Elphaba has moved from Barnstable to London, of all places. And this is just recently. Elphaba has moved all across the goddamn country for how many years and managed perfectly fine. Thank you for the Go Populist, Kath. But why do they live alone if they need so much support? Well, Kath, yeah, goes by themselves, out by themselves. He clearly isn't, as most of us hate our disability, at least struggle to accept it. Susan, yeah, exactly. Elphaba, he wanted Mummy to protect them against Zach and Gigi. Yes, that's That's one of the reasons why they wanted Mummy there. But I also think Elphaba wants Maria there recently because they need Maria for the ADHD assessment. It always seems to want a pity party, yes. But here's the thing. Here's the issue here. What Elphaba's not understanding is autism isn't classed as a disability. It depends on who you talk to. Hey, Feral Cheryl. At least when Maria is around, there's less singing. I mean, Haley, yeah. They managed to go out to clubs, bars, shopping, and doctors on their own. Not seeing, excuse me. Not seeing their mum since Jan. Yeah, okay, I know. Hey, Ellie. Thank you for the heart, Feral Cheryl. He wanted a little team with Maria and CLA fighting for them. A very narcissistic needs a team. Yes, Marty. Mars, sorry. So, the library. It's a neurological difference depending on where you look online. Yes, Kaylee, yeah. It depends on where you look online. But majority say, like Kaylee says, it's neurological. A lot of places say it's neurological or neurodivergent. And that's what Elphaba's about to be corrected on. And Elphaba doesn't like that. Elphaba keeps on trying to claim disability. And there's twofolds here. A lot of people seem to... I'm reasonably confident in myself and wouldn't go out alone in London at night. No, Laura, no. Isn't it called as special needs? I generally don't know. No, I think a lot of... now, when I was growing up, Haley, yes, it was put under special needs, but not anymore. They don't call it special needs. They call it something else now. Never known someone wanting to be disabled so badly. But there's a reason why Elphaba wants to be classed as disabled. It's to get out of trouble. It's so that people don't call Elphaba out. It's additional needs now. Yeah, additional needs. So Elphaba wants the label. I just asked ChatGPT and it said, yes, it is a disability. So we know he got that info from there. I mean, which, yeah, we will need to be able to claim for PIP, show that needs help to live. Well, yes, some people say for PIP, but autism and ADHD, because of the new guidelines with PIP, don't qualify for PIP. However, I think this is more along the lines of Elphaba's using this because the walls are caving in. Not just online, but in real life. Yes, I do. I still get PIP and I'm autistic. Yes, I get PIP as well. But under the new guidelines, they are tightening it now. They're tightening it now, and it depends on which assessors you get. But they're not really qualifying it. And it depends on what other additional needs you need when it comes to autism.
Thanks for the gift.
Because I will always say autism does not come on its own. With the level that they were diagnosed, supposedly they wouldn't need help. Yes, PIP isn't about the diagnosis, it's about how it affects you day to day. Yes, so that's the reason why Elphaba wouldn't qualify. Elphaba would not qualify for PIP at all. I know people say this is the reason why Elphaba's doing this, but no, I don't think it is. I think it's more a case of Elphaba's doing this not for PIP, but for a work coach. It's more to get out of work coaches, and it's not easy to get PIP at all. No, it's not. It's very, very difficult to get PIP. It's more a case of maybe it's the limited capability for work side of things. That may be the reason why Elphaba's trying to get that side of it. But it's more a case of online side of things as well. Elphaba's trying to use this to get out of being called out online. That's the reason why Elphaba is using the label disabled, so that people don't call Elphaba out. Hi Gemma. It's also
Thanks
their it's also their obsession with absolving themselves for
Thanks for
past
the
behavior.
gift.
Yes, Mars, it is. Yes, that's the reason why. If E gets put on the LCW rate, so higher UC, but once it has a yes. So I don't think it's to do with Pip. I think it may be the limited capability for work, which is different to Pip. Everyone seems to think, right, so I'm disabled, I don't say it every day on a live stream. No, I get that, BB, I get that. So there's a difference between the two. Everyone seems to think that limited capability for work and Pip are the same thing. They're not. They are two separate things. Limited capability for work is means tested.
Thanks for the gift.
Hi Gemma, we're just going through Elphaba's stuff with the going on about disability. Aren't they cutting some idea for new claimants? Yes, they are, Luke. Yeah. So it's going to be even more difficult for Elphaba to do that. Yes, they are doing that. They are cutting it for new claims. So even if Elphaba tries to do that, it's going to be difficult for Elphaba to do that. But Mars, yes. He wants to keep the TikTok gravy train going as long as possible. He needs people to give them. Yes, but that's another thing as well. That's the reason why disability also doesn't mean free from accountability. Volcano T, hello by the way. Yes, but that's how Elphaba sees it, because the culture that because of social media, let's be real here. The culture of the old, a few years ago, I'm going back to maybe 2016-ish, you had a lot of people faking disabilities and getting away with it. They got away with it for so many years. And that's what Elphaba saw. Elphaba would have been watching and seeing that, and seeing that they got away with it. And Elphaba did get away with it. Elphaba did get sympathy. But now it's not working. And because people are like, no. So now things are being amped up. And Elphaba's like, oh, I am disabled. No, you're not. You're not disabled. And by the way, there's it is so wrong. It is wrong, Simon. It is. When he said nobody knows how to talk to me, as soon as he feels judged, attacked, held responsible, and that's the difference here. So, does it feel? Do you feel a certain kind of way when people talk to you, when you feel judged? Yes, of course. Anyone would feel that way. Yeah, but anyone, whether you are autistic, ADHD, or any kind of neurodivergence, is going to feel anything. But whether you're neurotypical or neurodivergent, you're going to feel a certain kind of way anyway. But Elphaba takes it one step further, because Elphaba is trying to use neurodivergence to be like, you can't judge me, you can't attack me, you can't hold me accountable. And I'm like, yes, we can, and we will. And just like the rest of us get held to a higher standard, you will be held to a higher standard, because you're using these quote-unquote disabilities as a weapon. And it's disgusting to do it. Morning, Venti. People are wising up, and also he's getting older, so it's harder to play the I'm young card. Yes, Kaylee, yeah, it is. Look at it, I wouldn't talk to them. I mean, I wouldn't talk to them either. I don't talk to my psychiatrist because he's authority voice makes me go defend
Thanks for the
slash
gift.
protect my bubble. Kaylee, I get that. I can fully understand that. Haley says he only preys on conditions that can't be proven slash seen. Yes, Haley,
Thanks for the
because
gift.
there was the Tourette's and Apple got called out for that, even though they're trying to bring that back. He doesn't realize people who are who are divergent are the ones judging. Yeah, source code. Yeah, because we get judged all the freaking time. So and thinks
Thanks
he
for the
is the
gift.
only one with mental health ever. Yeah, source code. Morning, thank you for
Thanks for
the
the gift.
go heart me go papa. Thank you all for the gifts, by the way. So I'm not keeping up. But it's school summer holidays soon. He may get an influx of new followers. Yes, I believe it is the school holidays. I think. Don't quote me on that though. I don't know. He doesn't have a high enough turnover of new eyes on them. Yes, Mars, but they're trying to though. They just enjoy playing the victim. Otherwise, they would have left social media and come back changed. Anthony, yes, they would have. Hey, Wicked, hello. Hello. He'll be claiming a blue badge next. Oh, don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas. Oh, it is school holidays. Please roll on Monday, Wicked. Wicked's like, let it be over. Oh, it is currently half term. It is the May half term. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're all on half term, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm a freaking hermit and I don't have kids, so... I mean, can't even drive, don't be silly. I hope he doesn't go to the rail card, because that annoys me. Yeah, I know. Always high drama when the schools are off. Funny that. Mars, yes, I have noticed. When there's the school holidays, which
Thanks for
you
the
would
gift.
think I would have clocked on by now, but I only know when it's school holidays when you guys tell me it's school holidays. When's this live recap from? After the S-baiting the other day. So, Mel, this is from yesterday, I believe. Yes. So, this was posted 11 hours ago from Peekaboo. My parents are taking the kids for me this weekend so I can actually think about more than squishies. Wicked. Morning, Sarah. Everyone, I'm just hoping through the day.
Thanks for the gift.
He just down on live with nothing to abuse anyone. Oh yeah, that child face filter was on too. Was it? Was it? I can't see it. I mean, that's a weird filter. That is a weird filter. That's such a strange filter to have. Yeah, you can customize the heart me's now. I did not know that until people were saying it in the chat. We are the one house in the street with a huge pool. I have 2 kids now. Now you have 11, Kaylee. Oh my god. Oh my god. If the 16 plus social media ban goes into effect, watch that be a new excuse to not turn 18 plus on. I mean, Meg, yeah. That'll be a new one. Thank you for the heart me, Wicked. Can he get in trouble if he did apply for these benefits with their fake letter? Yes, Gillian, eventually. If they get found out, yes, they would, because it'd be technically classed as fraud. Eventually. The thing is, all these processes take a long time. They take a long time. He always goes back to the transition talk during the holes. We'll go on nights out, SH. Marge, yes, it does seem to be a storyline during these times. Within the week. Yeah, it does seem to be. Well, if they read it properly or not, all they've got examples of problems. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the heart me, Mel. Sorry, I didn't see that. I still want to know why the rush for hormones. That's a good, Nido and dumpling squishies are breaking my bank. Oh no, Kaylee. Oh no. Oh no. What are Nidos? Nedos. 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 What are those? I'm confused. So yes, I believe that the hormones are a distraction. But let me finish this video.
That's not even a joke, to be honest. And she's also like a big part of my TikTok as well.
So Maria's also a big part of the TikTok. Awesome. Squishies, Josh. Cost a fortune. Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry, disability. I have a disability.
See, okay. Elphaba doesn't, though. No, you said it right first. Nedo are like stress toys for kids. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm
gonna get off live. I can't do this. I'm sick of people just invalidating me.
They're not invalidating you. They are telling you, Elphaba, Orion, Doherty, you're not a disabled person. You got Pokemon Legends ZA. Nice, Gemma. Nice. I have only just got the legendaries at the end, so I still haven't completed it yet, but there we go. As soon as he got called out, he did a run it. Yes, Spencer, yes. Elphaba, right. Elphaba does not have a disability. With E asking how hormones work, wanted to know how quickly he'd get boobs. Yeah, Lindak, yes. That's all, yeah. Elphaba's not being... Right. Here's the thing. Elphaba's not being invalidated. Elphaba's invalidating everybody else. And Elphaba does not see that. Elphaba does not see how they are invalidating everybody else, because Elphaba does not have a disability. Elphaba's not disabled.
Sick of it. Bye. Not doing it. I'm gonna call Mum.
But in earlier clips, that someone said that the mother wasn't answering. So now they're going to call them... This doesn't make any sense. Ugh, for fuck's sake. Why? Like, I've never known... I've never he needs to try struggling getting in and out of a car, having pain in your leg constantly. He is okay. Yeah, Simone, yeah, I know. It's just... Here's the thing. Elphaba does not have a disability. Why are they not showing their face? That I don't know. Wouldn't you think they would have researched? They had 5 years. I mean, they've had so many years about this. But they're trying to claim that they are disabled, which, again, autism is technically not classed as a disability. It's classed as neurodivergence. Right. Right. Here is the main... Right. As well as them asking for black market hormones, so they could double and triple dose. Yeah, they could. Triggered so bad Friday. My stress ball was screaming for help. Oh, I'm sorry. It makes real disabled people feel stupid and lies. Yes, Simone, they do. So, here is the main problem with... Hey, a kind bubble, hello. They used to call themselves neurodivergent before and now say disabled. Yes, they keep on interchanging between the two. In Ireland, it's classed as a disability. Really, Fleming? Well, as I say, it depends on where you are. It depends on where you are, and it also depends on who you're talking to. And here's the thing. So, I will always turn around and stand by. Autism is a spectrum, and autism, as a neurodivergence, does not come on its own. So, like, I obviously am a unique case because I have had a brain injury, but I was born obviously autistic, and then I had the autism diagnosis at 4, but then had the brain injury at 7, 8, because I had my 8th birthday in hospital. But so I had that, right? So I've got a traumatic brain injury as well. Some sources say it is, and others don't. It'll change depending on location. It will, Kaylee. I think the autistic community, like the community as a whole, is trying to move away from saying that autism is a disability, because the problem, disability as a whole, has a negative connotation, and this is the problem. I don't think you have linked diagnosis, which makes it a part of a whole label as disabled. Yes. So I've got multiple things. I'm very unique in that sense. But I'm unique in that sense, but I'm also not the only one. So the thing is that disabled, and this is where the word disabled, also people are moving away from that wording, that labeling as well. The wording that people are now using, and Elphaba should know this. If Elphaba was part of the communities, Elphaba would know that people are moving away from the word disabled and moving to the words differently abled, because the word disabled has such a negative connotation because of the history behind everything, behind it all. And that's the reason why when Elphaba says I am disabled, now I have to turn around and say that I'm disabled as well. It's very, very dark history, Kat. Very dark history. It is defined as having someone broke or not work, which is huge. Which is a huge part of why it is not liked. Exactly, Kaylee. Exactly, and this is the problem here. And this is where Elphaba, when Elphaba says I am disabled because of like autism and things like that, it causes a problem, because it's like, no, you're not disabled at all. Now, obviously, I still use the vocabulary of disabled and things like that, because it's still used in the world today. It's still used in the world today. It's still used. I have to go do my part-time job of 6 minutes handing out ice lollies. Oh, Kaylee, okay. And things like that. So I just, it's rage inducing when Elphaba does these things, because Elphaba doesn't realize the negative connotation that Elphaba brings. Because Elphaba does have a big platform, Elphaba has such a huge platform, and Elphaba doesn't realize the negative connotations that Elphaba brings to the rest of everyone. It's classed as a hidden disability. Yeah, it can be. It depends, as I say, it depends on where you are. Has some good videos to watch. Yes, Emma Matthews does have some brilliant videos. She does. I have been seeing Emma Matthews. She definitely does. Realize doesn't care. I also think the term disability is also an era thing. Yes, it is, Bambad, it is. I mean, as I say, I'm 37, so sort of like I grew up with the vocabulary of disability. Of course, it was used against me a lot of the fucking time. And the harm they do with the misinformation. Yes, morning, did you just start? No, I've been live for about an hour and a half. Saf, I've been live for about an hour and a half. It depends on how far in the spectrum you are to needing help. And this is the, but here's the, it does, Fentic, it does. Now, a lot, it does. Like for me, for example, now, here's the thing. On my paperwork, I hate it when it calls themselves vulnerable. Yes, me too. I hate that too, because I was not vulnerable. So I hate having a disability, but he loves it. Yeah, Coops, I know. So on my paperwork, it does still say, because we got to remember, I was diagnosed in 1992. Okay, I was diagnosed in 1992. So my diagnosis still says Asperger's on it. It would be classed as ASD now, but it still says Asperger's on it. So, you know, but again, did it get its hair done? I've seen 2 videos, not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of, Nightshade. But again, I'm a unique case in the sense of I also had a traumatic brain injury. So I've also got that as well. So there was a point to this. My brain. There was a point. Hang on, if I go back in the comments, I might be able to rejog my memory. Oh, the spectrum. Oh, yes. So like, I've obviously had that. I've also got the killer scan. I've got them using the word disability. Yes, the word using the word disability. So obviously I've grown up and had all these compounding factors of, and obviously a lot of the things are classed, a lot of things I have are classed as a disability. And I spent many years saying that I don't have these things, as in like autism, depression, many things, right? And you go through these stages of I don't have this disability, I don't have these things, because you don't want to have these things, because you want to fit in, you want. And even today, even in today's world, even now, and even the things are, you do still want to be, you do sort of go, not fight against things, but you do sort of be like, well, it's not, they're not disabled when's out partying on their own. I mean, I used to go out clubbing. I didn't go out at 1 a.m. because that would have been fucking intense. That would have been fucking intense. That doesn't mean I wasn't out at 1 a.m. I just didn't start at 1 a.m. Because I couldn't. I'm getting my second power chair. I'm reluctant, but it's time. I get that, baby, you know. And here's the thing. Things have gotten worse for me over the years. Want to see as independent, not disabled. Yeah, that's the thing. And it annoys me because, like, I posted a makeup video, right? I posted a makeup video, right? Of course I did it fucking at night time, you know. I fucking did it at night time. I did it at night time, you know, this, that, and the other. I'm trying to get, I really am trying to get out my comfort zone and do more videos with my face and things like that. Of course, I haven't done a live stream with my face yet, but that'll be coming. But you know, doing my videos with my face, and I did a makeup video, put makeup on. The black lipstick, by the way, is awesome. However, that took a lot of fucking effort. And it took a lot of effort because I got so confused. Even though I've been watching makeup videos for a while, I got so confused, and then also without my glasses, I'm blind as a fucking bat. I can't do contacts either. So yeah. But this is where it's sort of like, you look, the black lipstick is awesome. Autistic people can be legally classed as disabled if it affects their life substantially. Is not. Yes, Charlie, and I think that's where I saw the makeup post. Loved it. That lipstick looks fabulous. The lipstick's fabulous, witchy. Thank you, Hayley. Yes, Charlie Ann. Thank you, everybody. I just lack confidence with it. But that's the thing. I go through spurts of confidence with it. But like, I think it was the because I see everyone else look so amazing, and even Elphaba looks amazing with makeup. I will admit that I don't know whether Elphaba uses filters. Okay. Everyone's celebrating Eid today. Have a good. Oh, I hope you have a good celebration, KK. I don't know whether Elphaba uses filters. I won't use filters because I feel like it's deceptive marketing. However, you can see every fucking pore. I just use good lighting. But no, I didn't. Yeah, but no, I did just. I'm very self-critical, so I was just like, but that black lipstick was awesome. I've also got one of those. You got your card, that's what I'm gonna say. But Trinity, yeah. That's the keloid scarring that I've got is due to my car accident. I guess it was the chemical. I did my brain that much damage. It did chemical imbalance, so that's the reason I have scarring. Yay. But no, what Charlie Anton said about being autism classed as a disability. I won't do videos because I twitch. I don't want people to judge you. I get that, BB. No, I get that. I'm concerned about people judging me, but I'm also I'm torn. Maybe one day, BB. You know it. I'm more, yeah. I think what it is, BB, is because I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. Of course, you're gonna get some negative feedback. Of course, that happens. But the majority has been positive. But I think, you know, I'm getting to the point now where I just don't care. You know, and like Ellie says, yeah, your supporters will never ever judge you. That's it, you know, your supporters will never judge you. I did put up a video of myself, but it was clipped heavily. I get that, baby. Yeah, I get that. I get that. You know, that makeup video, I sat there. A lot of my videos, I will admit, are recorded about 15 to 20 times. I stop and record, multiple times. Because I just fumble my words a lot. The internet can be a cool place. Yeah, the internet can be a cool place. Yeah, and we should just be ourselves. Yeah. I originally, because I've been doing social media for a good few years. Well, I wouldn't say social media, but you know, I've been posting for a good few years. But the internet can be a cool place. People can be cruel. And it depends on what you do. I've been online since 2008 and it used to be worse. I mean, yeah, it did used to be worse. It like source code. Yeah, it did used to be worse. I mean, yeah, source code. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely used to be worse. This is where sort of like when you look at people like Elphaba and especially CLA, I don't think Elphaba would have survived. Cause we grew up with things like MSN, MySpace, fucking hell, the MSN days, Jesus Christ. And we have seen an evolution of being paid online. Yeah, so more people are incentivized by money. Yes, they are. CLA was a menace. I did not see much of CLA last night. EOD would have been swatted in 2000. Yeah. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Just do you. Yes, Liz, yeah. I believe The Simpsons said that years ago. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. No. Oh, and I was going to say something about... They are making a joke about people with autism, Simone. They are. Certain parts can be people's safe places too. And people like Ebru and yes, Charlie, and yes, definitely. And it's sort of like, I mean, no, that's what I was going to turn around and say. Elphaba really needs to be careful. And like, if Elphaba's watching, Elphaba, I'm going to be honest. This isn't me being... I mean, yes, I've been very, very critical. Thank you for the heart me and sharing, Salem. Having worked with people with autism, it is dreadful for them. It is, Simone, it really is. So, Elphaba really needs to be careful meeting these men. Story time, met a guy. I was living with my mum at the time. I'm going back to like the early... Fucking hell. This was... 18? I was either 18 or 19. So I'm going back years. Met a guy through a chat room. One of the fucking chat rooms. Anyway, one of the fucking chat rooms. That I was on. Because I was on multiple at the time. And I turned around and said to my mother that I was going to meet my friend up at North. Because I'd been to see her before. And that was fine. And I said that I was going to meet her again. And I didn't. I went to meet this guy. The guy took my phone off me. And I was sort of in a really bad position for about 2 weeks. The only way I managed to get out of that fucking dangerous situation was saying that my dad was going to pass away. Yeah. So I've been in some very dangerous situations. I managed to get home. But Jesus Christ, that was... Ooh.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for that, me Faye. That was, So I'm like, of course that didn't fucking stop me because I thought I knew fucking better than my mother and everyone. And you do feel like you're fearless back then. I've ended up in police stations over dodgy messages. So glad to hear you got back, man. Yeah, like, yeah. No, I didn't. Luckily, I didn't. I don't know what that guy wanted. It was so weird. I just think he wanted, like... I think he just wanted someone to stay with him, but it was bizarre. Morning, Nikki. It was so bizarre. Yeah, it was definitely control. And he was an older guy, obviously. Like, this is the reason why I'm sort of like... Yeah. Because it's like, it didn't harm me, but it definitely was weird. Definitely was strange. See, now we're just going on random tangents. Yeah, and was so careful. Glad you're okay, Josh. It was. No, it wasn't necessarily say
gift.
like grooming. It was more. It was more on the control side. Like somebody said, it was more a case of like he just wanted me to stay. Once he got me there, he just didn't want me to leave. I was like, okay, hey Chloe, thank you for the heart, me Nikki. He didn't want me to leave. Now another time was another time somebody tried to get life insurance out of me, but he couldn't because I was classed as a disabled person. So I've been in some interesting situations. Yeah. No, that's okay, Chloe. But just yeah. Sometimes you get life insurance out of me. And also tried to rope me into an MLM. Melaleuca. Which failed because I don't like doing cold calls. That was a different guy though, because I did actually move in with him. So yeah. I spent my 21st birthday in Manchester with him. Anyway, I feel like a protective auntie. No, Mystic. I've been as I said, I'm 37 now. Like these are some of the stories. Like I've been in some interesting situations. This is where sort of like with Elphaba, I'm sort of like when Elphaba says that they're a vulnerable person, a vulnerable disabled person, or like Elphaba as someone that literally is and has been in situations. No. Mm-mm. Morning, Liz. It puts the location on the skin. Salem. Location on the
Thanks
skin.
for the gift.
I'm confused. Puts the lotion on the skin. Oh, lotion. Oh. And that's the thing, Liz. It's sort of like, as someone that's been in very dangerous situations, Silence of the Lambs. Oh, now I get the reference, Salem. That's one of the movies that I did not see. Or else it gets the house. The people who are genuinely struggling don't get believed. That's it, kind bubble, and you know, that's the thing. It's sort of like I didn't go to the police for these things. What was his name? That I don't know. And if Hannibal no, was it Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs? I may be confusing two films. It was Hannibal Lecter. No, but no, yeah, the other dude. Oh, the other dude. No, I don't know. Buffalo Bill. Oh. There you go, Buffalo Bill. Back in the day, nobody reported it. No. And like, when it comes to Buffalo Bill, there you go. When it comes to, like, gay men, it's sort of like, you're sort of shamed into telling things and sort of not just telling things to police, but just telling your story full stop. So I mean, I don't mind saying it now, but even I say that, but then even saying sort of like being in the dodgy situation that I said, it's sort of like, because you do have somebody like Elphaba who says the things that they say. You're sort of like, you're sort of like, are you going to be believed, or are you going to be these things, or are you going to be seen as this way? Because like, as someone like the director regrets that character because it's used as too phobic trap. Yeah, Mystic. Yeah, I can understand that. They mean those boys that have just been let go. That's disgusting. Yeah, I've seen that news report. That is disgusting what that judge did. Go after what they did. No wonder people don't. Yeah, Nanny Cake. Yeah, I've seen that report. It's disgusting what that judge did. Like, and this is the thing. Like, literal evident. I'm gonna go on a rant here. And I do apologize. I'm gonna go on a rant because I saw it. Like the case is being looked at again after so much outrage and MP speaking like, well, good source code, but like, how disgusting though. I'm glad it's being looked in again, but how disgusting that it has to like. People wonder like why people don't come forward. People wonder why, especially women, do not come forward. Up till 1993, there was no essay on men, and it wasn't finalised till 2003 for other acts. Right, Salim, yeah. The government are working on a review of the conviction as they don't believe it was harsh enough. But this is the thing, sort of like, that they got let go. So there shouldn't be consequences. There shouldn't be consequences. What? Why? What? Huh? So they committed. So you're telling young men, basically that's the attitude. You're telling young men, oh, you can commit a crime. That's fine. You can commit a crime on a woman. That's perfectly fine. Okay. No, that's the problem, Liz. That's an issue as well. If anything happens to E, no one will believe them. Yeah, that's the issue there. Because E's said so many lies and so many stories now that no one would believe them. That's the issue there. People need to see how misogynistic this next generation is for real. Yeah. Oh, but remember source code. Remember, people are fucking up in arms, right? We did so much work for equality, but it's gone back a lot. It really has source code. It really has. But remember, people are freaking up in arms, right? Because boys are being taught in schools. Boys are being taught morning crazy boy, crazy bollocks, Kazi bollocks. Sorry, fucking words. So, yeah, people are up in arms because young boys are being taught being taught about misogyny. It's like, why? Yeah, actual trans women want equality. Exactly, Mystic. They do. Actual trans women do want equality. They are getting away with, yes, selling, yep, and doing what they want to go. Yeah, exactly, source code. And it's so disgusting. It's like, but you can't teach them. You can't teach them about any of these things. No. You can't teach them about the consequences of their actions. They're basically saying, oh, it's okay to do what you did to them. People will do. People we don't care. Yeah, exactly, Shah. Exactly. You grew up raised by old school people, and even they had a form of code. Right, source code. I love how you said form of code in your name, source code. You're correct, Haley. E doesn't want equality. E wants... So, when it comes to E doesn't want equality. E wants... So, he wants to be the leader of a cult, basically. He wants everyone to give them money, and that's about it. Yeah, source code. Yeah, that's about it. But no, yeah, it's source code. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from about like being raised like old school, but like even old school people had like. We seem to be going backwards in like things. We're going back to the 1950s in terms of use jammer, yeah, and it's so disheartening. Yes, Nanny Cake, yes. He would drop the T thing and everything if something else trended. Yes, source code, yes, yeah. E theme tune should be Do You Wanna Be My Gang? Oh god, yeah, yeah. Always a handful that spoil it for all. Yes, you are not wrong. You are not wrong, Nanny Cake. You are not wrong. You're not wrong at all. And it's so, like, it's so disheartening to see. Because I see it all. This is the problem here. I see it all. I get overwhelmed by it all. But I see it all. On a daily freaking basis. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, oh no. Oh. And I'm like, oh. I'm nice to everyone except my upstairs neighbour. Nanny Cake. Just not your upstairs neighbour. They must piss you off. It's nice to go into safe chats. There is chats out there that are so wrong in many ways. Liz, I mean, I've seen some chats where I'm like, oh, okay, oh, thank you, Ickles. Thank you for the heart, me, Ickles. Ickles though. Yeah, I've seen some chats where I'm like, oh, okay, I don't particularly want to say anything. That's when my dad said they're constantly slamming their door and messing with their music. Oh, I mean, to be fair, I don't really know my neighbours. I think we say hi to each other when we see each other, but. And I've been living here for 8 years. 8 years this year, and my next door neighbour told me my Zen child should be rehomed somewhere more appropriate. What? I'm sorry. More appropriate in what sense? That is disgusting, but where is the logic? More appropriate how? I would have gone psycho too. I would have been like, what the fuck? Excuse me? The fuck? Some people out here, I swear. People should realize. People should realize there is more support for bringing back asylums. Yeah, there is. Which I'm fearful of, source code. I'm very fearful of. My neighbour is crazy cat woman in house, like Noah's Ark with all pets she has. Really, Luke? Oh. I'm nice to someone till it's time not to be. I keep myself to myself. Don't need the drama. I get that, Liz. I get that. She even tried to take us to court for him playing and recording him. Wow, Gemma, that is fucking wild. Lots of people really negative against mental health. It just isn't socially acceptable to be rude. Yes, source code. I've seen that. People are not accepted. Words. People are not accepted about it at all. Why all of a sudden does he need mommy around? DC, I think because they need help with their... They need either help with moving or... Yes, or the water's getting too hot for them, yeah. Then there's something going on in the background as well, I think. Wait, sorry, what? Asylum, so a mixture of criminals, gender non-conforming, the left, extremists, criminals. And who's gonna... Right, yeah, but when it comes to these asylums, who's gonna be funding that, huh? They need help with dress zipper. Yeah. Then people wonder why people upping themselves is so hard. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because there's not support out there. The lies are coming back to bite them. Yes, Liz. The lies are coming back to bite them. E needs Maria to fill out their tax return. I mean, they might do, Haley. They might do. I think there is something happening and police are involved. Do you think, Liz? Possibly. And yeah, exactly. Who is supporting those ideas? Nobody knows. Right, source code? Yeah, I've noticed that people are speaking more openly about it. He has been really in the cycle over the last few weeks. Yeah, the cycle has been repeating a lot over the past couple of weeks. Like, to an extreme. Yeah, I saw you reported, Bonnie. I saw you reported. Live and let live, why is that so hard for people? I mean... Yeah, especially after the last time he had them in the flat. Yes. Thank you, kind bubblegum. I love the butterfly wings. They're so cute. I do love them. I'm trying to work out how I can like make a video with them, but I'm like, I want to do some cool little things with them, but I'm like, ooh, I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, I just. So hang on, there is another video about hormones. Hang on, is it this one? Well, good job. I didn't want to do that. Right, so there was a video about hormones. So we've been chatting a lot. So there is a video about hormones. I do apologize. It encourages them. Yeah, it does.
I can't wait for fucking hormones to show me. Oh my god.
They can't wait for hormones, but how many times have they been trying to get hormones? Like, how many times? I also saw that they were trying to stockpile them.
I'm so excited. I'm actually like really excited to start this chapter of my life, to be honest.
Yeah, the voice is back.
It's been so long. GP didn't reply to me today though. That's the thing. So yeah. I'm not showing you anything right now. Sorry, only this. This is as far as you're getting.
Okay.
Am I transitioning into a woman? Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
There is a part of me that feels sorry for the kid version of E that was let down to turn out like this. I get that, Faye. That's not how women sound either, even trans girls. No, I know. It's very strange. It went, IG went down, needs to get a passport, needs hormones to be recognized as a female. Yes, yeah. That's all this is about.
Just curious. Just don't like myself right now, not gonna lie, but anyway.
So, right. this is where you can have... But Elphaba has been... That voice is creepy. Get yourself onto the soaps, Elphaba. Oh, don't give them ideas. So this is where... Morning, Tracy. This is where... So, the hormones thing, when he talks high-pitched, he always says, so basically, yeah. So, the hormones, Elphaba has been trying to get hormones for so many years. They're recycling the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Which, by the way, the hormones thing has been debunked again and again and again and again and again. And didn't we turn around and say that they were going to try and use Gender GP as the Gender GP was scamming them again? Can we do a shot every time he clears their throat or tells a lie? Need plenty of balls. I don't want alcohol poisoning. If he was that desperate for hormones, he would have started 5 years ago. Yeah. And not taken 350 grand off people.
It's nothing to do with you, it's just my life, like me, you know. I need to be on better meds, but they're gonna...
Right. I know they need to be on better meds. Yeah, they do need to get therapy before they get hormones.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following, Sylv. They won't get therapy, Mystique, nor will they get hormones. Morning, Lazy Daisy.
Thanks for the
They
gift.
won't. Thank you for the heart, me, Sylv. Why has he decided not
Thanks
to
for the
show
gift.
their face now? Gemma, I don't know. They won't do that. He doesn't even give the meds a chance. That's a good point. He sounds like Ed Gein. Oh no, Sarah. So, Elphaba won't do hormones or won't do therapy. What the reason why? And won't give the meds a chance. They're not taking the meds. They're not taking any of this. They're not doing any of this.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the heart, me nanny. I think this is a way to not use the hormones saying mental health is really bad. Yes, Faye. They're not doing any of this because did 3 years of therapy before even considering hormones. Really, Mystique, yeah.
Thanks for the gift.
Because at the root of this, at the root of it all, thank you for the Go Populars, Nanny Pink. He will say they didn't work or he is allergic to them. Watch that space. Liz, yeah, I would do anything to have those to become the true me, and they are taking the piss out of it. Yes, Sarah, yeah. They won't do any of this because at the root of it all, morning, Sylv, at the root of it all, if they go to therapy, if they do any of that, they will find, just like when they had the police over. Good morning, Caroline. Is he actually getting hormones from Gender GP as he said they not replied yesterday? Yeah, this is what we're going through. No, I don't think they are. They're gonna say Gender GP scam them again. That's gonna be coming up. We know that. But they won't do any of the therapy. It's lifelong. It is Mystique. It's lifelong. He wants to take shortcuts and quick fix. It's not about the journey. Right. No, it's not. It's not about the journey. It's what it's about is Elphaba wants a get out of jail free card for everything. Elphaba wants to be able to use being trans as a weapon against people, just like autism, just like ADHD. And every single time Elphaba does this, it fails. It fails every single time, and that's the reason why Elphaba won't. Just like with the meds. Oh, my meds need changing. My meds aren't working. Because you're not taking them. You're not taking them, Elphaba. You're not taking them. I can't see E coping with the hormonal changes, etc. Can you imagine their moods? Nanaki, there is that. A big reality check will be nobody has a get out of jail free card when E ends up in jail. I mean, there is that as well. Thank you, Sarah. That's horrible. It amazes me how much lower E can go. No. Drinking on meds is not good. No, but it isn't, Nanny Pink. No, it isn't. But that's another thing here. Elphaba would have to give up the lifestyle that they currently have. Morning, Kerry. They'd have to give up their... Is it morning still? Yeah, it is.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the heart, me, Kerry. They'd have to give up their lifestyle. Going and meeting men constantly. I mean, yeah, you can go on dates and things like that. Thank you for that, report investigators. Wonder if E filled their chest with socks, so that's why E did not show themselves. I mean, maybe, Luke. E is far too unstable to start hormones. Really bad things is going to happen. Right, BB, yeah, and that's another reason why they may not go on hormones as well. Please, I respect people's hormones, but E is a different story, just in case I've been... No, I get that, Nana Cake, I get that. Can't even lie. I used to live like E as an addict, and yeah, if E doesn't stop now, I don't know if E will ever... No, I and that's the thing. I'm somebody, I will admit, I've done drugs. I've done them. I've done the party scene. I've done that. Just below Elphaba's age. I've done the gay scene. Not necessarily those two things those two things were hand in hand. But they, one came before the other. And that's the thing. Elphaba doesn't realize. Elphaba won't turn around and tell you that. And here's the thing. I will admit, he said getting hormones before blood test. Well, that's not happening. No, that's the thing, Liz. So for me, I was doing drugs to escape what was going on inside my head. I'll admit that. I didn't like what was going on inside my head. But I also used, Elphaba says, did you also do slam like it? No, I didn't know. Did polyamory and took everything under the sun. Yeah, source code. I took everything under the sun too. Didn't necessarily do polyamory. I did just the I'm gonna shag about. Did that. But I also did. My preference was older men because I got on with older people. But considering now I'm currently, with a partner who's 2 years younger, but he, Mr. Raccoon definitely has an older soul. But yeah, E thinks E is the only one living an exciting lifestyle. Right, Source Code. I mean, I've lived the lifestyle. No matter how many times E is advised, E ignores in any way and says you're transphobic. No, you get that, Nanny Cake. No. And here's the thing, sort of like, we have lived the lifestyle that E is currently living. We've lived it, and we can see the lie. This is how we know that Elphaba is lying. This is how we know Elphaba is lying to their audience, because we have lived that lifestyle. I say we as in the colloquial we, because I can't speak for everyone's experience, but I can speak for myself. I mean, to be fair, yes, he would love to be advertised. Yeah, let's be fair. Yeah, he would love to be advertised, yes. But this is where sort of like, and this is where it's sort of like, that he turned around and said, trans people are very sexualized. Yes, they are. But that's how you know an Elphaba doesn't know. They do know. But Elphaba goes to that when Elphaba wants to use the trans community. Oh, the trans community is very sexualized. Okay, but that's Elphaba's go-to. But that's how you see the trans community. it takes someone who lived it to see the truth. It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I've lived the life. I've lived the life. I'm way too fucking past it now. To say he just wants to have the hormones in their hands, but that's the thing. You can't just shows the immaturity. It does, Haley. You can't just get the hormones like that. I always still remember telling my mum I was at a friend's house, but was actually down the park partying. I mean, yeah, as I say, there's been a few times when he will lose their libido on hormones. Yes, Luke, they will. Yeah, they will. And I also think that's another reason why he will not do hormones. He won't do hormones because, like I said, their lifestyle will change. Their lifestyle will change. Oh shit. Their lifestyle will change. But let me finish this video.
I've called the doctors, and they've told me that the mental health team has reached out. So, hopefully I can get better pills. Cause fucking hell, it's not good. I don't like my mental health right now.
This is what we like to call... Yeah, I know, source code. Yes, they will. Do you have to have blood taken before they get... Yes, you do, Katie, yes. Because they need to... When it comes to hormones, they need to measure your... Like, your actual hormone levels. Like, your levels. To work out what level hormones you need. You can't just you can't just I mean, you can, but it's very, very dangerous to do it that way. But you do need to have a blood test done beforehand. Heart flushes, weird sleep, loss of energy, zits, mood swings, organ issues. It goes on. Yeah, Mystic. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into being on hormones. So Elphaba, like, what Elphaba is doing is rug shopping. It's known as rug shopping. Now, in the US, this is the problem here. This is easier to do in the US than it is to do in the UK. Yeah, it's classed as doctor shopping. But it's easier to do that in the US than it is to do in the UK. And this is how you know Elphaba is sort of... This is where Elphaba's knowledge of the healthcare system is flawed. Literally just go on the dark web in the UK. There is no way to do it legit. Right source code. And this is where you never heard of doctor shopping. Liz, here's the thing. Like I say, in the US, it's easier to just do that in the US. In the UK, you can't. In the UK, technically, you can't. You can ask for a second opinion. But you can't do that in the UK. So this is where, like, we're not stupid. This is where Elphaba... Good morning, Sarah. This is where he wants a bottle of pills in their hand so can say, look, told you so. Yes. Yes, Sarah. Yes. And also, thank you for that, heart me, Sarah Elizabeth. If you've got money, dodgy doctors will help in the US. Yes. In the USA, people can train to be a doctor and prescribe for friends. I think it is a hack too. Yeah, so in the US, thank you for the heart me, Katie. In the US, you can do a lot more doctor shopping and pill swap shopping and things like that. In the US, it's easier to do. In the UK, however, it's not. It's not. He admitted to having a crush on the last doctor. Well, Some doctors can be hot, Gemma. Now, when it comes to the UK, you can't do that. Yeah, they did say that they were scared of injections, but they get lip filler. Wouldn't surprise me if it's just vitamins. He's going to pretend they're... Yes, yeah, Lynn. So in the UK, you can't do that. You will be given a doctor. Usually, it depends on which... Usually, you get a specialist doctor depending on area. But also, you'll get given the medication. You'll get given the medication. Like, I was given metazapine. Luckily, that's the medication that worked. You'll get given metazapine. Here you go. And usually they're just like, if that doesn't work, you're on that too, which, yeah. I've been on metazapine for so many years. Like, gabapentin, they just... I mean, when I... because I suffer with seizures as well, they did put me on epilepsy tablets a while ago. Is it Epilim? I think it may have been called Epilim. But they put me on like two different medications. You're on fluoxetine and clonidine. I'm probably butchering that. I've got to see what my mouse is in the way. ADHD meds they recommend to me now. Oh, okay, source code. Yeah, years for me too. I have lamotrigine too, so I'm butchering that. It kind of keeps me level. Yeah, but because they can't determine the source of my non-epileptic attacks, is what they're called. I'm on topiramate, which does help a little bit. I was luckily 200 milligrams sertraline works for you. Okay, Gemma. I was on them, but now on fluoxetine, fuck me words, then venlafaxine, butchering that anyway, was on fluoxetine, Prozac for 11 years. Been on so many, yeah. You just picked up ADHD and metformin meds. Metformin are freaking massive. Metformin are huge. You're on levothyroxine, sodium, thyroid, and lisdoxafatamine. Fucking hell, that's hard to say. ADHD and venlafaxine, ADHD. Wow. Saying he's getting bupropion, which can cause bad anxiety and attempted suicide in younger adults. Yeah, they didn't realize because again, Elphaba's right when Elphaba's looking up these medications, just like when they're doctor shopping, Elphaba's giving the American terminologies. Oh, you're on 1,600 milligrams scabbers at night, Sarah. Oh, mine's spread out. I'm on 300 milligrams, but I have to take 300 milligrams. No, 400 milligrams, sorry. 400 milligrams 3 times a day. So, 400. What's 4 times 3? My math is bad. 4 times 3 is 4, 8. Yeah, 1,600. So I'm on the same, but mine's spread out. Is it? Oh, yeah. Sorry, no. Yeah, 1,200, not 1,600. 1,200. So mine's spread out. I'm not listing my prescription. You'll all be definitely judged. No. We don't judge. I'm on gabapentin, topiramate, metazapine. What the fucking hell? No. Metazapine, hang on, let me get this right. Mirtazapine, topiramate, gabapentin, vitamin D tablets, or Vit D, glycoside at the moment, and metformin. Lovely. I love that. I love that source code. Nature prescribed me Mary Jane. Ooh. No. Right, it's time for this old witch to fly. I hope you have a good day, witchy. Hope you have a good day. Oh, that reminds me, I need to cleanse. I mean, so much. I got shares in the NHS. You got shares in the NHS. But I get on with living like a lot of us do. Yeah, so, I mean, like, my fucking file's massive. I spend most of my days half asleep. If you picked me up and shook me, I'd roll. Listen. Ellie, I will turn around and say, I rattle now. I rattle and I also crack. So, I'm like, all I need, well, to be fair, I pop as well. So, is it snap, crackle, and pop? Snap, crackle, and pop. What's the fucking advertisement? For Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, and pop. Yeah, the Rice Krispies. There you go. Snap, crackle, and pop. The crackling is the medication. The crackling is the medication. The snapping and the popping is the bones. Just fucking getting old now. It's great. It's fucking great. That reminds me, I need to call my doctor. Ugh. Oh, it's just yeah, but it could be like a glow stick as well. Just to get on the transplant list, they added like 8 new meds plus EPO injections. Jesus, Haley, God, yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. If I tried to pop, lock, and drop, I mostly drop because I can't get back up. Ashley, yeah. If I fucking drop, Jesus, I won't be able to fucking get back up, yeah. You're going to Wales on Friday. And so much to do before I go. Oh, Cassie, really? Oh, wow. Someone needs to let Miss Faye know what Elphaba has done. So, okay, I saw that Miss Faye's going through something as well. Or rather, I can't work out whether Miss Faye's going through something. Oh, Miss Faye's been called out. Or both. Here's something for you. I used to take 72 Nurofen plus a day at the height of my addiction. Really, Ellie? Wow. Yeah, those things can be addictive. Yeah, active addiction can be a lot. Active addiction can be so much. Active addiction can be so much. Nearly a year clean with the help of meds. Well, congratulations to being a year clean. You know, congratulations to being a year clean. You should be so proud of yourself. What did Luke say about smoking? Where the fuck is Luke's comment? Oh, Zapan was named for stop smoking meds. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I vape, so. My EPO injections are doping rugs athletes use. Oh, really, Haley? Oh, wow, okay. See, I need the good shit. See, I remember a time. Now, this is technically... I might get into trouble for saying this, but, so, well, he's now an ex-partner. No problem, Ellie. Did you hear them say he wanted to start smoking to lose weight? Yeah, Katie, I heard that too, yeah. So, might get into trouble for saying this, but it was years ago, so good luck trying to track us all down. Anyway, so, ex-partner now, but he was a partner at the time. we was gonna paint a room, and so ex-partner had a friend whose mum had liquid morphine, and so she may have stole some of her mother's liquid morphine, and everyone decided to get high. The good shit. Yeah, the good shit. It was the good shit. However, they all fucking passed out. You're on the pill form. The last time I did morphine was when I had my injections. Yeah, I think it was Oromorph. This was years upon years ago. I was like the age of fucking 23. So this was fucking years ago. So yeah. I was on Oromorph. I poured it away, too addictive. Yeah. So I know how to make more. Oh, geez, source code. That's what you're on, Linda. Yeah. So they all passed out, right? Because they'd never done anything like that. However, because I had in my teenage years, that's now been put away. I know, shall right? Because I had done heroin as a teenager and cocaine as a teenager. Like I said, I've done some heavy duty shit. It didn't really... I felt it, don't get me wrong. I didn't pass out, though. I was like, okay. But everyone else passed out, and I'm just like, okay, so I'll fucking paint the room then. But, okay. Now the strongest thing I fucking take is coffee. Well, I suppose you can count the medication I'm on as strong shit, I guess. This guy is just tapped already. The fuck you mean it didn't do anything? Well, no, it didn't. It didn't really. Everybody else was fucking passed out. So, I mean, to be fair, I wasn't in pain. Does that count? I mean, I'm in pain most of the time, so I wasn't really in much pain. It calmed my pain down. So when I was into psychedelics and had to take huge days to get there. Yes, I was good. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I wasn't in any pain, so at least it took the pain away. To a degree. Yeah. Like I say, live the life. Oh, it keeps you awake, Lindak. Oh, okay. Once your system's had a certain amount of rugs, you build tolerance, regardless how long since it... Yeah, you do. You do. I mean, Donna... I think I did a good job. I mean, as I say, this was years ago, so... This was years upon years ago, so... Yeah, right, source code. Now my rug of choice is a banana and avoid society. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Just avoid society, yeah. I get that. I feel like a good girl. I never did rugs. Only smoked cigs. And only rugs I took was prescribed. Yeah, I get that, Char. I get that. But no, I've done some shit in my time. My NMD was besties at 15, and then I was diagnosed with a personality disorder, LWCI. Oh, yeah. Some of the things. This is the reason why sort of like, as I say, this is the reason why you can spot a liar. Really, Nanika? You started herb at 51, damn. Damn. As I said, the last time I did herb, I was sick in my shoes. To be fair, I was drinking at the time as well, so you can't really blame me because I was doing alcohol and it was... To be fair, it was in bong form. I didn't smoke it. I mean, to be fair, I did smoke it. It was in bong form. So I was drinking, they were passing the bong around. That was an interesting night. I think my friend had to put me to bed. I can't stand the smell of the Lord's lettuce, but each to their own. No, I get that, Char. Yeah. I get that. I get that. I get that. You can vape and all sorts now. It's definitely a trial and error thing. That yeah. I greened out. Yes. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. To be fair, I was drinking beer, and I was mixing drinks and also doing green at the same time. So the combination of all three. Anyway, so the strongest thing I do now is coffee. I don't do lettuce, but when my neighbours, so I have my head out the window like a sniffer dog. I mean, I don't think anyone does it around my area because I can't smell it. So I can't smell it. So. You lot are naughty. I'm a good girl. I am. Well, Haley. I mean, yeah. To be fair, I'm a good raccoon now. I'm a good raccoon now. I'm a good raccoon now. But I wish the next mins would hurry. No, I am gonna get out of here because I'm hungry. But I will. I'm gonna go. I couldn't get away with it. No, I get that, Haley. Yeah, I get that. Out of the smell of 9 bar resin. Oh, see, I never tried any of that stuff, as I know Mum would have killed me. I did return home high as a fucking kite and thought my mum wouldn't notice. She did. Because I went home, passed out, and slept for fucking 12 hours. I'm going to leave you with Gravity, but to record it for all of us to see. I'm sending bear hugs to everybody who needs it, and I will catch everybody later. Goodbye, everybody.